in the bed. God damn! Woo! Let's go! What's up, big girl? I knew it. Oh, you weren't coming out. Yo. Yo. I don't even know how. No, it's a big one. It's a big one. It's a big one. Oh, it's a big one. Oh my God. Hey. Hey. Oh, it's a double digit. It's a fucking double digit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, it's in her gill. Largemouth bass.
I didn't know they had those in here.
Yeah, and this is close to the biggest. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. See if they show up. The sun's not there.
It's all right. Huh?
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Yeah, it'll be easier from this side. What's your
908. Yep. She'll find them. I threw 2 Skittle gummies. If she don't get to them, the turtles will. Them things ooze out sugar. Corn syrup, to be exact. All that. Corn syrup. Yo, that's an asshole. Good. Yeah. I went out fishing Friday, which is normally our date night's normally Friday. I went fishing. Oh, I got a fish one. Go. Get in there. Woo! That's a big one. Go! All right. I locked it, so we're good. But, okay, cool. Let me know what number y'all see blinking. I won't say it. Okay. Ugh. Nah.
Spellshock says yup, it's there. Snapping Giant says haha, nice, I'm in Apex. Badger underscore underscore says your cam is looking at Jesus. J underscore way underscore fishing says we talked about titles.
Yo, he said it's looking at Jesus. Yo, you listen here, all right? You enjoy that view. Yo, you looking at Jesus.
Spellshock says no bad time to look at Jesus.
No, man. Yo, you looking at Jesus.
Tatum 44 says at Badger underscore underscore lul 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 lul.
Yeah. A little bit. Yo, why'd you jump back in the boat, man? You're not supposed to jump back in the boat. Well, this is going to definitely limit where they're going to be, which is... She got it. She got it. Oh, don't you do this, drag. I got the male. Yeah. I'll put him away on another side so you can keep at her. It cuts the glare. Oh! Friendly! D-Money said he's driving. D-Money said what? He's driving. Yo, stop texting and driving. It's not texting, it's twitching. Yeah, stop twitching and driving. Stop chatting and driving. Use voice to talk or voice to text. Maybe he is. Oh snap! Look at that. What? It's 4 feet. Oh yeah, I'm sitting in 6.5. I'm looking at it. This is fire.
Not to be fishing this danger buoy. It's like telling us, hey, you might not want to go any further than this.
Yeah, he's like, yo, that's extra shallow.
Hey, I can see the bottom.
That's what I was just saying. About to go punch a bluegill real quick. So all that rainwater comes into like areas like this, and it creates a feeding zone. So you'll see the bait come up and eat all the bugs that are coming in with this new water. You'll see the bluegills going for that bait, or the shad going for that the bugs, then the bluegills, then the bass. So you can normally get a situation like this and actually stock, like you can get a lot of good fish in areas like this, but I don't know, maybe I'm too late and maybe they've moved on, but yeah, this is normally a good spot for big bass to come and just get an easy quick meal because they don't have to work too hard. Oh, there we go, we just got there. Got it. You call it, you get it. Oh my Lord. I'm coming. Keep pressure. Keep pressure. Yes! Teamwork! Makes the dream work! Yes! Woo! My man. I'm going. 1 pound, 8 ounces. Yo, you weren't going nowhere, girl. Had you locked up.
I just broke off my square bill a minute ago.
Oh!
Oh my. There you go. Yeah.
Voldemort, you a scumbag. Yo, if you wouldn't mind, could somebody whisper me that too? That shit was funny as fuck. Yeah. That's how I would know. A fucking monster! Oh. Don't yell. Don't fucking yell. Don't fucking yell. Don't fucking yell. Don't fucking yell. Fucking yell. Oh. Oh. Fucking go! Fucking go! Fucking go! Just got one. Just got one. Oh, it's biggin'. Yep, it's a big one. Oh, goddamn, you fat girl. Look at this. They got a little hole to play in now. Huge bed right here. That looks like a carp bed.
You ever seen a lifelike flip-flop? I ain't talking about the little plastic sandal that Delma Spencer got caught under the front door at Richard's grocery store, about dropped her little toddler, goodly-sized kiddo. Oh no, I'm talking about the cream flip-flop. Going to catch you some fish. Carolina Bass Company got these. You'd be surprised what you can come home with after you go fishing with these things. Delma Spencer's surprised she only got home with one flip-flop. She left the other one there, couldn't get it unstuck. But you can be coming home with a mess of fish, thanks to the flip-flop and Carolina Bass Company. Get you some. You're welcome.
Have to do a sponsor spotlight. Shout out to Craig at carolinabasco.com. Great sponsor for me and my fishing for the last 3 years. Very affordable baits, local baits, well-known brands, Missile Baits, 13 Fishing, Riot Baits, Biz Baits, a couple of Guggen baits. I mean, guy has it all. It goes from BFS down into terminal tackle, glide baits, crankbaits, whole bunch of weights. Go to the site. You'll be amazed at what's there. Very affordable. Use code SOLID15 at checkout. Fast shipping. Once he gets the order, you're probably getting that order out in the next day, so you should receive it in 2 days post order. But can't say enough. CarolinaBasco.com, solid 15 at checkout. Bye. I came in muted. I came in hot muted too. What's up, everybody? Bing Bong Fish on. Yeah, that's my bad. I messed that one up. But welcome everybody. We're just gonna do. I was hoping just do a quick recap. Bing Bong Fish on. For everybody that didn't know, we have merch. If you're interested, you gotta DM me. We'll get to that a little bit later though. But first, just wanted to go over. May's over. We got 5 hours until it's over. So I just wanted to go through. This has been a crazy month. I really didn't post too much on the on the um on the YouTube. So I kind of just want to clear out a lot of the old stuff I have for backlog. That either being the KBFNC or just what I've been doing for the month. Because I mean, every viewer can't watch me on Twitch. Everybody can't see my stuff on YouTube, and everybody can't see my stuff on TikTok. So more so, this is me just doing a full recap of the month of May and what I've been doing on the water. So just to keep everybody updated, um, May was the starting month for the KBF Knucklehead. So we entered that. We applied for Freedom Squad and we applied for Team Gramps. Last year we were able to represent Team Gramps. We got in on the last month. So looking to try to repeat what we did and try to get into some of those. We also entertained the Brian Latimer tournament. So we did pretty decent in everything. I think we ended this month with 104.25. Uh, we'll see if it holds. I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to drop a couple of spaces in a lot of them. I think for the KBF Knuckleheads, I was in second for both. Probably going to drop because people will post late and don't show their fish, and that makes sense. It's an online tournament. You don't want people hustling and bustling when you have a bag. But that being said, it was pretty good. I really want to go into the KBFNC stuff because I know I'm super late on that, and I do apologize. It's a lot of video. I went through most of it, got all the highlights I wanted to out of it, and then we'll just do a quick walkthrough. What I found, what was happening out there, and a couple of things that went right, wrong, and otherwise kind of frustrating. But all in all, it was a good event. I thoroughly had fun. I got to hang out. I got to hang out with some cool people, so that's always the best part of traveling and fishing is the camaraderie. It's one of my favorite things about it. So, no further ado. Well, without further ado, we'll pretty much just get into that and talk about like stuff that I saw. So right here, I have all of the. Let's see what we got. Let's go bring up a Gunnersville map. Gunnersville. Just like last time, I'm going to look at what I found and what we were doing. So just to give everybody a heads up, my practice was not good until probably like the end of the second day. But the thought process around Gunnersville while I was there, let me see if I can remove this stuff. If I can remember how to do it. Let's see. Close, layers, more, default. Labels off. Okay, cool. So take these labels off. So things I was able to do at that point in time. Def got some Bing Bong merch. Yeah, I got you guys. We'll talk about it. Can you turn up the volume a little bit? I got you. Here we go. I'll talk into the mic also. That definitely helps. I'm sitting over here reaching out to the left. But for the most part of the tournament, I was very comfortable with this area south of Main Lake or Main River. I think next time we're down there, we'll start exploring some more up here. We did try up here at one point, but it wasn't working out for us. So, thing was, spawn, post, well, pre-spawn and spawn was happening, and I was trying to figure out what they were doing. Checked a couple of spots down here in the south, and inevitably, I think we ended up somewhere here on the east side in one of these areas right here. This is where our day 1 to And I think we ended day 3 here too. But that's where we were. For the first knucklehead tournament, we checked this area, and this is where we did our Friday. I went there for practice. Carp were spawning. Grass was definitely back, and there was a lot of dead fish out there, really bad. So we explored all the way from the launch that I believe is down here. Yeah, this launch, and we went all the way up to the power lines. I think there's a launch here, but yeah, Liz said it pretty much the best. Cold front changed a lot of things for me. I'll get into what changed for me, but right here, and I saw this on the map. Like, you guys can clearly see that these are dots. If you know, you know, because that is actually juice, and that's what made me go there to test. So this right here is submerged grass. As you can see, there is no submerged grass anywhere nearby. And then right down here, you got some little coves. So if anybody knows anything, this right here is juice. This all in Gunnersville is juice, especially for pre-spawn, post-spawn, and spawn. So we definitely found some offshore grass, and I think it was our second cast on drop shot. We found that was good, but we never went back. So spoiler, we never went back. Yeah, there's that like random launch right there. But this place right here was going to be juice, and there was too much wind for me to want to stay out there and try to actually combat that. Yeah, this is a sleeper spot. I'm holding this one. I mean, somebody can watch my YouTube and see it, but this one looks like I found this fair and square. Like, I didn't go to anybody's video and try to figure out, like, this looked good to me in maps. So once nothing was working down here, when I was doing my routes, I went straight over here and literally caught I think it was a 17. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. It's a really good spot. And then we left. We went all the way back and left. But tournament day, we came down to the I forgot the name of this place. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. No, that's not it. We came down to this one right here. I forgot the name of the launch. Give me my labels. Yep. Polecat. Yeah, went down to Polecat. And that's pretty much where we did our damage. So I'll start going through some of the videos just to give an idea of what we saw, how it happened. But practice was good. I think our last hour of practice on our second day of practice, last hour, we went right here to this tree and we caught a 16 and a 17 in back-to-back casts. So I was like, yeah, this is probably where we're going to start. Not knowing what I know in going in. I mean, I did know there was some back here because I think I caught one and lost some over here, but I'll just get into videos. So day 1, that's fish 6. Where's day 1, fish 1? Guess I should have organized these, right? Day 1 intro, day 1 fish missed, day 1 fish 5. There we go. So pretty much what I was saying, we ran through all of that stuff. So I think that one was a 17 3/4. And then pretty much next cast, I actually hooked into another one and broke off. And then I think fourth cast, we cast back out there, and then we get this one. It's one I break off on. Yep. So figuring out what I found out was they were hunting bluegill beds. They were sitting around bluegill beds, so they're really good, really well. And I should have retied. I say that in the stream, but I should have retied after practice. Where's the catch at? Oh, okay. There was a catch. My bad. But yeah, so what we were throwing was a Texas rig bandito bug, pegged. That was it, and they were going crazy for it over there. Absolutely crazy. Probably because it looked like something that shouldn't be in a bluegill bed. That's me. That's me talking to Liz saying, "Yo, I'm out of weights. I'm out of 3/8. I need help." Big shout out to Liz. She came over and blessed me with 3/8. Oh, clutch. All right, that was dope. Oh man, that was fire. I forgot all about the. I forgot all about the weights. Oh my goodness. I ran out of 3/8. Yo, don't be like me when you out there. All right, so that was fish 2. It was an 18 and some change. Let's see if I can find fish 3. Man, day 1. I really should organize these. Here's number 3. So at this point, we're probably getting into like me going at beds with drop shot, and that's pretty. Yeah, that's what this was. So the docks we found in practice, they were sitting back on the back wall. So that's all we really needed to do is just attack the back walls if we saw any light spots, or we could just blind cast, and that really led to a lot of the bites that I got in this area. If I can find where the fish bit at. Okay, there it is. All right. So here's where we found a big female in practice. Right there on that edge. It was 1925. So there were a lot of it was a really good spot for spawning. That I'll just say that. It was a really good spot for spawning. Now I do apologize. I should have had these all set up, but yeah. So that was our fish 3. And this is us getting fish 3 in. We got that one. And this is how pretty much fertile this area was. I could literally cast back in there and pull another one out. Meanwhile, like I said, the day before I caught, or 2 days prior, I caught a 1925 out of that bed. So there were a lot of males floating around that bed. Not a lot of females. Not a lot of females. Yeah. Where's she at? Oh, there it is. So that's the Texas rig again. in the boot. So same spot. A bunch of them on that bed. All right, so that was that one. Day one. There's fish 4. There's fish 5. Oh, that was fish 4. And here's the one that we got. Our last one was over here. Now, mind you, before I even caught this 5th one, I lost 2 other ones that were sitting on a bed. And I've only checked maybe, I would say, 8 or 9 of these docks. And I'll show you a picture on the map of how many docks are actually here. I wasn't on this one. It was over here somewhere. Yep. So same strat. They were sitting on back walls. Getting it right in front of them or leaving it in the bed and shaking it was key. And that's all I was doing on day one. I really wish day one strat was still going to work because I think I would have been in the top 20 easily doing this all day. So that was our 5th one that we got in the boat. That was pretty good. I think we got our 6th one up here. And I don't think the 6th one called. Yeah, 6th one did call. 6th one did call. So wind started blowing day one, and I saw some grass in the middle of this launch, and it was good because inside some of this grass were actual beds. So I went back while the wind was blowing and said, you know what? There's grass, there's beds, there's got to be fish. So I start sitting in the wind, and then I start backing up, and then I pick up the chatterbait. I think I think this is where I put the drop shot up. Yeah. So I put the drop shot up and take out a chatterbait. Already got hit. Damn, was it my first cast with it? Oh, it was my first cast with the chatterbait. Yep, sitting right here in the wind, off the edge of the grass, coming out towards me. And there's I forgot to say there's also a mixture of milfoil and eelgrass, and that's a mixture of really good 2 healthy grass types. Eelgrass was more healthy. It was a lot greener. So day three, Freedom Squad comes over here, and I guess they practice over here and found it too, and they were out here on the flat. But this is literally like what I fish at the locals, like locally here. Not eelgrass, but the I don't know what kind of vegetation we have, but fishing that grass line, really, really good. But that was day one. Just to recap what we found. Here's that grass. Here's the grass edge. So if you guys don't know, if you're ever doing map study, you need to know what like heavy vegetation area looks like on a map. If the water's green, but you can see a darker green, probably vegetation growing in it. You can also use Google Earth and go back in time to see the same stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of veg growing here. So if you follow that edge, you can probably find bass, especially because bluegill, like I said, the pattern was bluegill spawning and bluegill eating. So you just want to stay around where bluegills are. But to recap, day one, we started here, did some damage. We caught 17 and 18, really good fish. And then, as I was saying, we started catching fish, but I think we made it all the way back to right here because this was the juice spot. No, that's not the juice spot. This is the juice spot where there were males everywhere and one female. And then we got over to this one, and that's pretty much where I stopped. I almost had a frogfish. There, we went back here. Now, what I've heard is back here is a very good spawning area. But there was a boat stuck here, and he started kicking up a lot of dirt. And with the wind blowing, everything back here turned to mush. Also, which sucks, on the way out of day one, A what I didn't know what it was. A machine, a boat machine came down the middle, started right here, and then started spinning and kicking up everything. Later finding out that was a dredger, and where that boat got stuck, I guess they wanted to dredge all the way back here, so that these boats or these homeowners can get their boats out and not be trapped by this sand flat that's here. And that is pretty much what caused my day 2. I came here for day 2 and left probably around 9, 10 o'clock. I really wish I would have known what was happening because I would have left a lot earlier. But everything from pretty much from this half back, was blown out, all mud, just disgusting. So we really couldn't stay there, and that really ruined our day 2 heading there. But that being said, day 2 after we left here, we did go to we went north up to Waterfront, wherever it is. Yeah, right here. We went to Waterfront. So in practice here, we switched to a wacky rig, and surprisingly, we caught a 19 1/4 sitting on this grass flat by herself. There was no other fish, but she was sitting here. So for day 2, I said, I need at least 3 fish to be competitive, to hopefully make it to the top 100. Because I'm sorry, at the end of day 1, I think we were in 38th place. We were in a very dangerous spot after day 1 with what we had. I think we had 83 or 82, and we were still within 5 inches of 5th place. That's how close it was. 5 or 7 inches of 5th place. So it was extremely close. So I know I needed to at least hold my spot within the top 100. I had to catch a fish to stay in the top 100, and that was my thought process. Catching 2 fish was good. Catching 3 fish solidified it, no questions. So we made that trip. I think it was like a 25-minute run from Polecat. So where's Polecat? Yeah. So we came down here, went through town, and then went up north, all the way up here to Waterfront. And in here, wind was going crazy. So I'll just go over some of the clips there. I'm not going to show you guys any of the missed fish, but yeah, we missed a lot. Not on day 2. I think we only missed like 1 on day 2. No, we missed 2 on day 2. We missed 1 at the first spot. We missed 1 here, but I think this was the first one we caught. We were actually moving over, and then fish just came over and just smacked it. Wind was blowing towards this area, which made me want to go there. Set the hook twice on it because I didn't believe that first hook set. Oh, chicken wing wifing. Bam. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. There we go. So that was our first fish of the day. I think that was like a 16. That was definitely a surprise. Yep. And then day 2, spot 2 bass in the boat. So this is the second part of the video. I'll get back to the first part of it. Here we go. So this is, and I will also like to caveat when they say that fish all your cast, fish till the end. I am a huge believer in that, because we had 12 minutes left in the tournament, and behind me is the launch. But I knew I needed to find some fish, so I was like, let me just burn this area over here really quick. Oh man, these are those thoughts that creep into your head. So we had 3 bites. We lost the fish out there after we caught that first one. We lost the fish at the first spot, and here's our 4th bite. That's the start of it, and then here's the end of the fight. And I think she was 17. So it was a healthy 16 and 17 that I caught. Yeah. Yo, every bite over there was good. Every bite on that section was probably a 16 plus inch fish. It was a great spot, but a little too late. If I was there earlier in the morning, I might have had better luck. If I was there probably an hour earlier, I probably had better luck. But just to show you the compound of issues that I did have, we caught that first fish, moved down the bank. We hooked into our second fish. It comes off. I moved to the middle of the channel because there's a grass, and then a DNR electroshock boat comes through on the side that I was waiting to reload where I caught my two fish, and started running the electroshock on that side and pulling up bass, a bluegill, and a couple of carp. So it was a compound of things I couldn't control. But there were more bass over there as I saw the electroshocking boat as they kept scooping down and picking up fish. So sadly, if I would have stayed over there and maybe not let them reload and just keep casting while the wind was blowing into the area, I probably would have hooked up on more. But that's fishing. You never know. So that was day 2. That actually put us in 73rd place, which made sure we got in our top 100, but not where I want it to be dangerous. Like I really wanted to stay in that top 30, top 40, because that's where you can really, if you have a good day, catch up to the leaders. So knowing that I'm in 73rd, I've secured my top 100 spot. I got my trophy / measuring board. I said I'm going to go and try to find some frogfish, and that leads us into day 3, where for the most part I wanted to find grass and try to attack that more often. So that led us over here to, I forgot the name of this launch. What is the name of it? I think it's just the Mill Creek, but let me get to the actual name of it. Satellite more. Yeah, I think it's just called Mill Creek, but I don't know the name of the launch. Oh no, Mill Creek isn't where I was. I was right here. I was at Saybold. That's where I was. So here, this whole back area is vegetation, and this front area in these edges are vegetation. And as you can see, there is a huge line of where the vegetation and the rock wall are. So still thinking about bluegill and shallow areas. I went here, and then with hopes that I can find some big fish back here. And let me get to where that was. Videos. I think I got that up today. Day 3, fish 1. So we went straight to the back of the grass. So this is about 4 feet deep, and the grass is literally up. Like there is nothing but grass. Yeah. Yeah. So we started aiming for grass edges as we were talking about. And I think the wife came into the stream on this one. It was pretty dope. So I'll show you cast to catch. There we go. It was a largemouth. She was just a little. She was a little different. Allergy. All right, cool. So that was our Gunnersville expedition. With all of that, I believe it left us at 68th, full all around. So it was pretty dope. Alabama, amazing. Liz, thank you for allowing me to stay at the Airbnb. Liz found the Airbnb and needed people to stay. Messaged me, "What's up, Banana?" She messaged, and I was like, "Yeah, I need a place to stay. I definitely need a place to stay because I don't have anywhere to stay." So it was really good. Got to stay very close to a lot of my launches. I think I was about 25 minutes from anywhere I needed to be at most. So if I was at the house and I had to go up to waterfront, 25 minutes. If I was at the house and needed to go to the other spots, 7 minutes. They were very close to where we were. So it was really dope. But yeah, so we ended Gunnersville in 68th out of 149. I'll just say 150. Middle of the pack. That's kind of been my MO this year. I'm kind of okay with it. I'm trying to stay consistent. I'm trying to be basic and try to stay like a little bit better about what I'm doing, not trying to get too risky and going crazy on a lot of spots I find. So that brings us into our monthly recap. So monthlies, or I mean our local tourney recap, our local tourney. So we did just come off of the Wildcat over at Lake Wheeler. That's just a little $20 4-hour tournament. That's probably one of the fun tournaments that we do have for CCKF. Really, really like those. We were somewhere middle of the pack once again. I think we were like 7 out of like 13, 14. Like it was really yeah, it was, we caught fish. The pattern that we found in practice didn't it held, but the fish were small. So the bigger fish that I did find on my pattern of throwing a popper near wood on secondary points, close to the mouths of coves, it was what it was. They were post spawn, secondary point exiting fish. So everything that was left were post spawn males that were still around, and they were all eating the popper. Also caught some, I think one on a drop shot in some wood, and then I lost the I caught the last one on rock with a shaky head. Lost it in the boat while trying to measure. So that was our last tournament, our most recent. Before that, we had the Carolina Classic. That was the beginning of the month. Practice for that, I don't think there was any. Yeah, there was practice. I did check. I checked an area, and also went out with a couple of buddies. But what I found was the same thing I found for what I was explaining for the Wildcat was wood, popper, bass. That was it. If there was wood anywhere in the water vertically or falling into the water horizontally, um, there were going to be bass on it. They were all spawners. A couple of post spawners, but they were all doing the same thing. Now in that tournament, it was actually pretty bad for me because I lost more fish than I caught, and that was horrible. Like that was not one of my cleanest performances. Um, I think I finished that tournament with 3 fish, lost about 6 fish, and 3 fish missed the popper completely. Like they hit it, knocked out the water, missed it, and then it was just bad. It was a really bad tournament for me. I did not execute the way I was supposed to, but that's fishing. So, these tournaments that I'm talking about, I know YouTube, you guys didn't see it. I was posting this on my Twitch page, so if you guys actually wanted to go see that content, it is still up there live, or not live. It is still there recorded. I never chopped it up or anything. Reason being why it wasn't on YouTube is because I needed to get the Gunnersville stuff off, and I was lazy. I should have been doing this recap last month. So I apologize to everybody on YouTube, all my Twitch people. You guys got it. So that all that GoPro footage was never recorded because of that. So on and so forth. I do apologize. So getting into our monthlies of May, I wanted to just go over baits that I was bus assing with this year. I mean, this month. Like this was probably one of my favorite months. If you guys remember last year, um, February into April was my bus ass months where I think I pulled out 106.75 just on bigs, just all bigs. So this year, since it wasn't as warm as last year, we got those fish to actually start getting into that bluegill post spawn area late April on that full moon coming into May, and I mean, it's been a pretty decent bite. So, yeah, it's been a pretty decent bite. I'll say that. So, one of the big things that I would say was working, as I explained before, we'll go over a lot of the baits, was a popper. This is the mega bass. This has been my bread and butter. This was the mega. Look at that thing. That thing don't even look right no more. This is supposed to be sexy, Shad. This thing is. I'm sorry. Let me give y'all a background. This was supposed to be sexy, Shad. Look at all them teeth marks. That's not. Those aren't hook marks. Those are all teeth marks. This thing is about to be retired, but that's the Mega Bass Pop Max. Any finesse small popper was going to work. We had the bluegill spawn. We had 2 bluegill spawns. So into April, we had that full moon bluegill spawn, and then late mid May, we had a bluegill spawn on that second full moon, and the bass probably finished spawning on that full moon in May. But what we also had was the double brood hatch of cicadas, and yeah, it was magical. The lakes I was fishing, especially when we had to go fish Falls Lake, the cicada hatch was kind of happening then and there, so you can see a couple of cicadas on the water, but for the most part, the fish that were eating them knew it was happening and they would tear them up. Same thing happened over at, I forgot all about the Sharon Harris tournament. We also, going back for the month recap, we had a Sharon Harris tournament. We practiced the same strategy, and we only caught 2 bass and 1 carp. Shoot, no, we caught a catfish, a carp, a crappie. Yeah, we just didn't catch a white bass. We caught everything but a white bass. We would have had a full slam. But yeah, that was also a past tournament that happened. We went in practice and we came out with about 80, a high 80s, 90 inch day, just throwing a popper around. And then tournament day, which was, I don't know, 4 days after practice, nothing. Carp came in, water was slightly stained, and things went garbage. But we fished it strong. We fished it hard. Last 30 minutes, we caught a fish. Fish it hard. Just keep fishing. Last 30 minutes, our second fish came up. Finished somewhere in the back, middle of the pack as always. That's what we do. But back into this month's baits. Popper was working because of the bluegills. The bass were coming off of beds, and they were looking for anything to eat. So cicadas, bluegills, anything that was up on top of the water, they were tearing up. I caught a couple of 19s and 20s on the popper. A lot of really good bites. Our second bait that secured another couple of 20s for us was the frog. This is the Jackal. I want to say Kakiro with the little clackers on the back. This worked really well. Muddy water, shallow vegetation. As long as the sun was up, I kind of figured they would position either in dirty water or vegetation and try to get some shade line. So that's all I was throwing. If the popper didn't move them, I'll throw the frog for a bigger presentation, and it was getting hit. Second good bait everybody should be throwing during this time. The wacky rig, of course. I throw weight at wacky rig, but same difference. Wacky rig it doesn't matter when you throw it. It's pretty much a year-round type of bait. Might as well just throw it. Very good bait. And our last bait that always, it's my favorite, the chatterbait. And this one, the ones that were catching a lot of my good bass for the month of May, it was a mixture. Oh, I got one more bait after this. It was a mixture. So I normally throw the Golden Shiner, but before we went to Gunnersville, I had some custom chatterbaits made, or chatterbaits skirted. So we went with that more traditional bluegill-esque Golden Shiner look. That's what I really was aiming for. I wanted the Golden Shiner head or the bluegill head because they both have gold blades, but I wanted a dark offset skirt. So you'll get some greens, you'll get some clear, some black and blue, and Yeah, those were the 4 colors I really, really wanted. So that kind of mimics the body of a shad and or a bluegill at that time. And then based off of that, I can change the color on my trailer to match. So if I'm going for more of a shad, I'm going to go and not use the clear white. I'm going to use more of a Tennessee shad, and then I'm going to put a black tip on the back of the trailer. If I'm fishing with bluegill, same chatterbait, but then I'll go with a that same Tennessee shad, but then I'll put a red mark on the front chest area of the trailer, and I'll put yellow in the back. And if I'm doing gizzard shad, I'll go full white with a yellow tail. And that's pretty much it, based off of where I was fishing and how I wanted to fish it. So for everybody that's on Twitch, Longbridge, one of my favorite spots where I caught pretty much all my bigs for this month. They were on bluegill during the mornings, and then moving to gizzards when the sun came out, or shad when the sun came out. Reason being, the water was getting heated. The shad come off the grass line. When it's a little bit warmer, the bluegill were actually in the grass swimming around. So put 1 and 2 together, you get 3, and sometimes a 6-7 pounder. And then coming from that, our final. What's up, Hawk? I'm over here as well. What's up, Banana? Hey, Southeast kayak bass fishing. Not much, but I'm sorry I'm late to those comments. I had it covered, so I'm probably like 16 minutes late to those. So I apologize. Hey, everybody over there on the YouTubes. But drop shot was our last baits that were working. Drop shots. If the sun comes up and you're fishing grass and you're not getting bites on your moving bait, get about a foot and a half, however tall the grass is, throw a drop shot. They're still in there. They're not leaving too far from it unless that place starts boiling water. They're going to stay around to eat, or they're going to come back around it. If they're not in the grass, they're going to come outside the grass. If they're not outside the grass, they're probably going to be a little bit further past the grass. It's pretty. You can follow them fairly easy. So those were the 5 baits I used this month of May to secure a couple of the bigs. Our biggest fish this month, which I posted on the TikToks, and I think I posted on our shorts, was that 7 pounder. She was 7 pounds 3 ounces. We did catch a couple of 5s. I think we had a 6 in there at some point, and a slew of 5s, 4s, and 3s. It was a really good month. I will say, I was heartbroken on that full moon Thursday, the day after the full moon. So the full moon was that Wednesday. That Thursday night, I'm pretty sure I lost. I'm going to say I'm pretty sure I lost a double digit. I'm going to say it. I can't prove it. I just know what I felt. I'm pretty sure I felt here you go. I know what a 9 pounder feels like. So I definitely know I was able to move and manipulate a 9 pounder on the same setup that I was able to manipulate and move a 9 pounder with a chatterbait in Georgia, and I knew how that felt, and I could move her. Whatever I hooked on that night, I couldn't move with the same setup, so it had to be more than 9. That's all I'm saying. It had to be more than 9 pounds. I'll die on that hill. I'll literally die on that hill because it had to be. So, that was that was the baits that I used this month. We went over the KBF Monthly. I said I was placed in that second place, but it's probably going to shift with sandbagging. And for the Brian Latimer tournament, I think we ended with 104.25, and I think we're somewhere in that 6th to 10th place. So we're somewhere in the top 10. I don't know how long it's going to last, based off of what people put in there, but nonetheless, those were the terms we ran this month. And I kind of went over some of the tactics of this month, but as I was saying, if you're fishing grass in May, if you have bluegills spawning, I would say the baits that I just showed were really good. A couple of other baits you can probably throw are a fluke. You get some of those bluegill looking flukes; those work really well. Ned rigs, if the bottom is a little bit less grassy, and then jigs. I mean, you can't go wrong with swim jigs and actual like football jigs, flipping jigs, everything. When bluegills are spawning bass like not compact, but that mid-sized bait, they love it. If you're throwing swim baits, I would definitely say jig style one hooks. Those work really well now. Glide baits are going to start working like for me next week when everything is fully post spawn and they are really fixed in on the gizzard shad. But we'll see. I'll try to put some more work in for this upcoming month in June because we're going to probably reapply for a lot of those tournaments coming into it. But um, yeah, I mean that was really it. If there are any questions, if you guys have anything, let me know. We'll get to that after what we're about to get into. So, last thing that I wanted to talk about today, we have merch. Bing Bong Fish On merch is available. I am shipping it straight from me. So if you do want a shirt or a hat, message me. Pricing right now, hats are going to be 20, shirts are going to be 25. If you get them together, it's $40. If you get it together, it's $40. I'll cover the shipping for right now. What I'm trying to do is get rid of all of this merch. I have two XLs. I think I have 3 XLs, and I'll show you guys everything that I have right now. I have about 6 larges, and I think I have about 6 larges. Yeah, I got some. I'll post actual numbers on TikTok once I do an inventory check. But yeah, we do have Bing Bong Fish On merch, and the thing that I wanted to say was once we run out of this, is I'll try to do some type of I guess it's collab with the printing company that I'm using and see if I can actually get a spot on the site and then work with him and his team. I got you, but then I'll show you guys what I got left. I'll work with his team and see if we can get a site or a merch page on his site for the Bing Bong Fish On merch. So hats right now, like I said, are 20. Shirts are 25. I'll show you guys what we have, and then probably later today or tomorrow we'll do a TikTok and I'll go through inventory and I'll just do weekly updates of what's left in inventory. But if you do want something and you're interested, definitely message me, either DM me here, Facebook. DM me on Discord, Facebook, AlexOnTheWater, Instagram, TikTok, or message me if you got my number. I think that's going to be the best way. Like I said, I'll get them out. I think the first person that's actually getting merch right now is C-Dye. He got first dibs. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. But there were people that I had to get the merch to first. Like they had to get it. They've been with me since like day one of me picking up a rod on Twitch. So yeah, that was it. So I'll go through the merch of what we got so far and give you guys a rundown. So we got a couple of different fonts. I also was playing around with a lot of fonts that we had for Bing Bong Fish On. So you'll see different fonts on a lot of the same colors. So first we have our hat. I guess I got to cover up the light going to it. Where is that? There it is. That's our hat. Oh gosh, this light source. It's too strong. It's too strong. There you go. Ugh. We got a couple of different hats, and I'll bring those in also. So here's our black shirts. Oh God, it doesn't show up. You know what? I got y'all. We're just gonna turn broadcast off. You guys are gonna see my garage. There we go. Hey Breezy. Oh, for everybody. That's Breezy. Come here. That's Breezy. Breezy, say hey. All right, cool. So we have the Bing Bong Fish On in black. This is the XL. Oh, your mom's calling you. Go to mom. We have green. I think we only have 1 2XL left in green. So now I'll try to go through the box. I got a couple. I got a lot of shirts. Gray one. I think this is a 2XL. Yeah. Here's our gray 2XL Bing Bong Fish On. So our hats. We got black with white font, gray with white font, gray with black font, We got another heather gray or granite gray with white font. One I'm wearing right now, the woodland with black font, and then another heather or granite with black font. So really good set there. Let's see. Another black. This is a 2XL. So yeah, you guys get the gist. Too deep into the box, but if you're interested, message me. I think Banana already asked for asked for the 2XL. But yeah, that's what we got. And if you guys are interested, however, whichever, contact me. We can get it going and getting it out. Oof. But yeah, I'll have an Instagram and TikTok post up pretty soon on it, just so I can keep everybody in the loop. So I'm not trying to push it on one platform and not try to share the love. So, but yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in. I appreciate everybody, taking the time out to hang out and talk and hear my May my May month of stuff. So I'll keep you guys posted on what I'm doing. Tournaments don't start back up until early June for us. I think our next one is going to be Randleman. Really fun place. It's going to be grass in the north, a little bit rocky in the south. I might launch north and fish the grass. I think that might be my play. The carp should be finished spawning and the bass should be playing in that stuff. But I'll find out. The other problem is they got huge hybrids up there, so I got to be careful fishing crankbaits. But we'll see. And then I think we also have a couple CCKF events coming up. But I think that really rounds out the rest of the year. It's just finishing up CCKF and CKA. I wanted to go up to Michigan next week. That's not happening. So we're going to probably plan for some other trips. I know if you guys are on the Twitch community or yeah, what's up, Skilled? If you guys are in the Twitch community or interested, we'll probably be posting up some stuff going towards Dale Hollow on that Tennessee, Kentucky mid area. I know C-Dye brought that up, and it was a really good idea. So we'll probably look into setting that up. Problem is, Dale Hollow is a smallmouth fishery, and summer smallmouth fishing in general is rough. So we're probably going to have to figure out the transition time for them and follow the water trends based off of last year. Probably, do a month ahead. I'll probably figure that out. Try to get some logistics done and figure out what we're trying to do. But if you guys are interested, also PM or DM me, message me. We can sit down and figure out this trip. But other than that, man, I appreciate everybody stopping in, checking out the channel, checking out the stream if you're on Twitch. Man, I got nothing else. I'll probably keep everything open. If there's questions, we'll probably stay here until about 8:15 my time Eastern, and then after that we can call it a day. If you guys got any cool fishing stories, go ahead and post them in chat. Like to hear about them. If you got cool pictures of fish, go ahead and if you're on YouTube, drop some links. If you're on Twitch, you might have to talk to a moderator. We can go look at some pictures. But other than that, man, I'm done. We have. Oh, make sure you guys go check out CarolinaBasco.com. I forgot about that part. I know that was our intro. I guess we might as well make another outro. Give you guys one more commercial real quick. Real quick. I just one more time.
What's the first question folks ask you when you get back from a fishing trip? That's right. Did you catch anything? And you don't want to tell them that all you caught was a tree limb, so you want to get set up for success. Well, looky here. Pickle bone. Look at that robo worm like that away salt release system. Check out the shape of that and the size of that and the color of that pumpkin punisher. But it's a beautiful thing. Carolina Bass Company online. That way, next time you get back from a fishing trip, your buddy ain't saying, what'd you catch? But how much did you catch? Carolina Bass Company got you covered. You welcome.
There you go. Greg working behind the scenes, getting outdoor industry TikTok celebrities in here on the CarolinaBasco.com. But yeah, really dope. I'm happy that he was able to get somebody that we all like to watch on the socials. But that was it. I'll end it here. I don't think we got any questions, no concerns. Y'all be safe. That looks scary. yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, he's really nice. He's down to earth. He's super cool dude. But yeah, that persona is definitely that southern hillbilly type of demeanor. So yeah, it's funny. But yeah, like I said, you guys be safe if you're going out to fish. It's getting warm. If you're going out to big lakes, please be careful. Boaters are out. Pleasure boaters are out. Jet skiers are out. If you're going to go to a big lake, have a time to get off the water. Normally, if I'm on a big lake, I'm there at 5 to 6, getting off around 11. 11 is actually cutting it really close. Oh yeah, school is out too, so yeah, please be careful, and catch some big fish. I mean, y'all see the TikToks, man. Bing bong fish on. Make sure y'all get out, catch some fish. We're getting into to June. If you guys need a bait selection, let me know. We'll probably put a video together for the end of June. But for the most part, match what they're eating because they're going to be moving deep very fast. Get your crankbaits ready, more than 15 feet, 10 to 15 feet. Get your shaky heads extremely ready. It's about that time for big shaky heads to come out. Get your wobble heads out with creature baits, and in the morning get your top water walking baits, your poppers, your buzz baits ready. We're about to get back into that high speed morning, slow speed afternoon grind during the sun up time. Another good bait is always chatterbait. Chatterbait year round. If you're throwing a chatterbait and it's hot and you need it and you're fishing deep, get it down to the bottom, yo-yo it. If rattle trap also, any lipless. But yeah, I ain't gonna give y'all too much. Hopefully I have another good month. We'll figure out what they're biting on, figure it out, and I'll catch you guys probably at the next stream if you're on Twitch, and I'll see you guys on YouTube at the next tournament. If I do any fun fishing in between there, I'll try to post it, but most likely it'll be on Twitch or highlights on TikTok. So y'all have a good one. Thank y'all so much for coming in and watching the stream and the live on YouTube, man. Oh, why Bing Bong? It rolls off the tongue a lot easier, and it's like one of those things when you're surprised. Um, it's more so one of the popular TikTok runs from the New York scene during pandemic with the Bing Bong. But yeah, Bing Bong, fish on. That's just what we do. That's our thing right now. If we catch a good one and we need to show it off, it's a Bing Bong fish on. But that's where I got it from. Well, I'm sorry, that's where it originated from, and that's my twist on it at the end. The fish on is the twist. So, big shout out to CBC and my teammates, and hopefully all you guys are having a great rest of your competitive season, and I hope you guys have a great rest of fishing.